Albanian pumpkin pie for Halloween, a rustic taste of autumn's magic. As the days grow shorter and the crisp scent of autumn fills the air, there's an unmistakable feeling that Halloween is near. In the heart of the Albanian countryside, this season isn't just about spooky decorations and carved pumpkins. It's about embracing the harvest, gathering around the warmth of the fire, and preparing time-honored dishes that bring people together. And there's no better way to celebrate than with kungulor, the beloved Albanian pumpkin pie made with love, tradition, and the flavors of the season. Unlike the creamy, custard-like pumpkin pies often found elsewhere, kungulor is a rustic delight featuring layers of delicate, flaky dough wrapped around a sweet and spiced pumpkin filling. It's a dish that has been passed down through generations, made by grandmothers in village kitchens, where the scent of cinnamon and roasted pumpkin fills the air. This isn't just food. It's a piece of history, a taste of autumn's bounty, and a comforting reminder of the warmth of home. The journey to making the perfect kungulor starts in the fields, where pumpkins ripen under the golden autumn sun. Unlike the oversized pumpkins used for carving, the best ones for this pie are smaller, with dense, sweet flesh that turns velvety soft when cooked. In many Albanian households, the pumpkins are gathered straight from the garden, washed, and split open with a satisfying crack, revealing their bright orange interior. Once the seeds are scooped out, often saved for roasting over the fire, the pumpkin is peeled and grated by hand. This step is key to achieving the perfect texture, ensuring that every bite of the pie is soft, fragrant, and infused with the natural sweetness of the fruit. A touch of sugar is added, along with warm spices like cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. Some families mix in crushed walnuts for a bit of crunch, while others drizzle in honey for extra depth of flavor. Every variation tells its own story, reflecting the tastes and traditions of the home in which it's made. While the filling is prepared, attention turns to the dough. Unlike Western-style pies with a thick, buttery crust, kungulor is made with delicate, hand-stretched layers, similar to phyllo dough. Making it from scratch is an art, one that requires skill and patience. The dough is mixed with just flour, water, a pinch of salt, and a little oil, then kneaded until smooth and elastic. Once it has rested, the real magic begins. With a wooden rolling pin and careful hands, the dough is stretched as thin as possible, almost translucent. This process takes time, but the reward is layers upon layers of crisp, golden pastry that shatter with every bite. Each sheet is carefully brushed with melted butter or oil before being layered in a pan, creating a rich and flaky texture that contrasts beautifully with the soft, spiced pumpkin filling. With the dough prepared and the filling ready, it's time to assemble the pie. A few sheets of the delicate dough are placed at the bottom of a baking tray, forming a crisp base. The pumpkin mixture is then spread generously over the top, releasing its fragrant aroma as it settles. Another set of thin dough layers is carefully added on top, sealing in the sweet, spiced filling. Before baking, the surface is brushed with more butter, ensuring a crisp, golden crust. As the pie bakes, the kitchen transforms into a haven of warmth. The scent of cinnamon and roasted pumpkin drifts through the air, mingling with the soft crackling of the fire. The edges of the pie turn a deep, golden brown, signaling that it's nearly ready. When it finally emerges from the oven, steaming and fragrant, it's almost impossible to wait before slicing into it. But patience is rewarded. The first bite is crisp, buttery, and perfectly balanced between sweet and spiced. Though traditionally sliced into squares or diamond shapes, Halloween calls for something a little more playful. Using cookie cutters or a sharp knife, the pie can be cut into fun, festive shapes: pumpkins, ghosts, bats, or rustic autumn leaves. Adding a touch of seasonal charm to this time-honored dish. The smaller, bite-sized portions make for a perfect Halloween treat, whether served at a family gathering or shared with neighbors under the glow of jack-o'-lanterns. For an extra special touch, dust the tops with powdered sugar, giving them the appearance of freshly fallen autumn frost. Serve alongside a steaming cup of herbal tea, perhaps made from wild mint or mountain sage, to enhance the cozy countryside experience. The subtle herbal notes perfectly balance the sweetness of the pie, making every bite even more satisfying. As the stars twinkle overhead and the chill of the October night settles in, there's something deeply comforting about sharing a slice of warm kungalore with loved ones. In Albania, food has always been more than just sustenance. It's a way of preserving history, telling stories, and bringing people together. This pie, with its simple ingredients and careful preparation, embodies that spirit. In a world where store-bought sweets and artificial flavors dominate Halloween celebrations, Kungalore is a reminder of the beauty of homemade food. It's a dish that invites you to slow down, to appreciate the changing seasons, and to connect with the past through the flavors of tradition. So this Halloween, embrace something different. Step away from the usual candies and mass-produced treats, and instead, fill your home with the rich, inviting aroma of Albanian pumpkin pie. Bake it with care, serve it with love, and let each bite transport you to a place where autumn's beauty and the warmth of tradition come together in perfect harmony.